Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Your Divine Glow podcast. Y'all, we are back with a solo episode. It is just me, your girl, Ashley, and I'm so happy to be actually recording a solo episode today. It's been a minute. I love guests. I love guests. But I had to challenge myself today, y'all, because in all honesty, I'm still not comfortable with being solo on a podcast, but God called me to it, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, so before we just dive into the episode, I really, really want to thank y'all. I really do. We are actually around the time of Thanksgiving, and this is mostly my favorite time of the year, I must say. I don't know if it's the giving. I don't know if it's just like it just makes me feel good, man. I'm always grateful and thankful for everything and everyone in my life. And I just want to thank you guys, the listeners, the people who are just have been riding with me for the past few episodes and have been here, and just even those that are coming in and new to the Divine Glow brand, welcome. And I thank you for riding with me, y'all. It's been, even though it's been a short time, it really means a lot that you're here, that you're listening, that you're tuned in, and that you're also feeding your soul. Like, that's the most important thing. And that's what I hope that you get from every episode that you listen to. And just everything that comes from Divine Glow is for you to feed your soul, and to uplift you and to inspire and encourage you to be the person that you know that you are meant to be, you need to be, and have everything that God has for you. So I just want to thank you. And I truly, truly mean that from the bottom of my heart so much. So without further ado, let's jump into this episode, man. Today, let's talk about the secret, right? So we're going to talk about the secret to really a changed life. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because this is something that I've been reflecting on during my time with God, and really even before I had my birthday last year. I'm sorry, last month in October. But really last year, but I just turned 30 a month ago. And so this is just very much a much needed conversation just about life changing events and changing habits, changing your mindset, and it's just changing everything where you're able to go to that next level, right? So here's what I'll share with you. The secret to a changed life is to submit to God's control and to let Him work. Now, I'm pretty sure that you've heard this before, and letting God lead, that is the most important thing to a changed life. And I can attest to that, because in the past, I took it upon myself when I really didn't know God. I really, not to say I didn't really know Him, but I didn't have a close relationship with Him like that. It wasn't that intimate relationship with Him. I wasn't spending as much time with Him. And I thought that I knew everything I needed to know. I was like, Ashley, this is what we're going to do today. Ashley, we gonna go here, we gonna talk to this person, because I felt like I knew it all. And not at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. And I got myself into some sticky situations, man. It wasn't the smartest, but I definitely learned from them, for sure. But had I had my ear and my heart closer to God, I feel like the damage wouldn't have been as bad as it was. But with all that being said, it took a while for me to just, put ego aside, put my pride aside, put my flesh aside. I had to put my flesh aside and get deep rooted into my spirit and figure out who I was in God. and where he wanted me to go for his purpose, you know. It wasn't about really what I wanted per se, but it's about why I'm here. Why was I created? Why am I, you know, in this body? Why do I love the things that I love? Why do I dislike the things that I dislike? And all these things, you know, that we do in self-reflection, that we learn and grow into. Um the thing about when I started to let God lead, and even now in the present moment, is that by letting him lead now, in the current moment, I'm meeting new people. I'm meeting people that are more aligned with me, instead of me going out and forcing a connection, or me going out and forcing, um like, for me to be somewhere that I really didn't need to be. You know, now God is like, no, this is where you need to go. This is who you need to speak to. This is what you need to do. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes he's telling me to go places and speak to people. And I'm like, God, I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. But, you know, that's the thing that we have to overcome, is that quote unquote fear. You know what I'm saying? That hesitation, that resistance. Because once you feel that within yourself, I feel like it's sometimes it's there to protect you, but also you have to know is like, once I overcome that, I know there's something on the other side of that I need to experience, that I need to figure out what that is. Um, and now it depends on the case, right? I'm not saying every time it's going to happen that way, but use your discernment. But what I'm saying is, like, once you have that intimate, close connection with God, he won't steer you wrong. You have that listening ear, like when you know it's him and when it's not. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I still get confused. I'm like, is this him or is it just me? But once you spend that more and more time with him, you'll know. You'll know when it's him and when it's not. And that's where that discernment comes in. The importance of surrendering control and like really trusting in his guidance is something that can't be overlooked. Like, I feel like a lot of us try to hold on to things, try to just um really just direct everything in our lives on our own, and it's just impossible. Because there was a saying that, and it's funny, it was on my tea bag, and it was saying that what we cling to is like we lose. And I felt that was so powerful, because it's like, whatever we try to control or cling to, we definitely lose it at the end of the day. Whatever we try to, like be a puppeteer around, we lose it. We lose control over it. And it's not it is and sometimes it's something that we don't even need to be wasting our time on either, you know. um so I feel like with control, we, like I said, we just get ourselves into sticky situations that, yeah, we learn from them, but sometimes we really don't even need to be in the situation in the first place. So I just encourage y'all to really just take some time to reflect on the areas of your life, like, where you could let God lead. Maybe that's the job. Maybe that's a relationship. Maybe if that's in your business, whatever it is, whatever it may be, just reflect on it, man. Like, where is there that resistance? Where is that area of your life that God has been speaking to you and letting you know, like, hey bro, hey sis, maybe you need to let this go. Maybe you need to pivot. But you're like having a million and one excuses of why you want to hold on, or why why you won't just do what you need to do. Where is that resistance? Where is that hesitation? And just tap into there. I want to talk about too, just positioning yourself. That's one of the things that I have done so differently over the past month or so. It's just positioning myself for new opportunities. And for me, it has been about just going places that I've never been before, as well as speaking, like shooting my shot, so to speak. Um for at people that I was like, listen, the worst thing that they can say is no to me or not answer me at all. So I just take my shot now. Like, and I just say, hey, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And I feel like that's how it's been for me for this podcast. It's just, some of the guests I know personally and some that I really don't know. And honestly, I was just like, oh, I could see this person. I could see connecting with this person and, having a conversation with this person. Let me reach out. And you just never know what happens. I give a perfect example. I went to a event maybe a month or so ago, and uh, I was debating on not even going. I was debating. I'm like, it's raining outside. No, I'm really don't even feel like going outside at all. Wasn't even dressed. I'm like, what do I wear? Having all these thoughts and excuses, but ultimately I had to be real with myself, and I said, you know what? I could either stay at home and know the outcome, know exactly how the rest of the day is going to go, or I can go to this event and figure out the unknown, right? Who am I going to meet? What is it that I need to hear? Why do I need to be in this room? And I'm so happy that I went, y'all, because I met two new connections and I was able to explore a new place that I could potentially co-work in. Those were the gains from that experience. And imagine if I didn't go, it would be same old, same old. And that's that's part of the secret sauce, is to definitely let God lead, and he was leading me there. Mind you, I found this event on Eventbrite. So tip for you, if you are on Eventbrite, please search all of the free events. It doesn't have to be free, but free events are definitely beneficial. And just put yourself in the room, y'all. Get in the room. And that's what I'm learning right now. And the benefit of just being in the room. Sometimes like you don't even have to like do the most. You just show up. You know what I'm saying? And then things just are attracted to you because you showed up. It's like kind of that like, hey, you obeyed and here you are. Here's your opportunity, right? All you had to do was show up. And this is the most like, I guess like the practical tip that I could give you is just to show up because the opportunities are endless. And the biggest thing that I feel like you should keep in mind is that like there's always the greatest things, the greatest opportunities are out of your comfort zone. I still believe in the discomfort zone. I've had to just know that, hey, like while I am comfortable here, I have to continuously be uncomfortable. I have to. It's going to keep happening and happening until I do get comfortable. But then there's going to be another another set of discomfort that I'm going to experience later down at part of my life. And that's okay, because that means I'm growing. That means I'm challenging myself. That means I'm exploring a new area of myself. or unlocking a new feature of myself, which is a very good segue because I definitely want to talk about unlocking features within ourselves. Um, because for us, it's like, how can I say this? We're like, think about our iPhones, think about our laptops, whatever it is, a device, right? There's so every day we're using these devices and we are using probably the bare minimum of these devices. Very much. There's so many things and so many features that we're like, who's reading the manual? I'm definitely not reading the manual of the iPhone, let alone my little MacBook. So I just know the bare minimums of these devices. But how about us? We haven't unlocked certain features because we haven't had to be placed in a position where we had to use the feature yet. So for me, it's like as me in this vessel, I have to, get used to being on this podcast speaking. I have to get used to being in front of a crowd speaking. That's something that I had to unlock in myself. That's something that I have to really get good at, better at. And then I know there's going to be a next level to that as well that I have to unlock. There's something that I want to go back to as well that God put on my heart, and I wrote this in my journal, and it says, God is going to put us in position, but it's on us to make a decision. I think that's so profound because, of course, we have free will. Yes, God can place us in a situation where like you have to speak in front of people, but will you make the decision to do it? Will you take it or will you leave it? God will put you in position to, hey, I got this opportunity lined up fresh out the box. You going to take it or you going to leave it because you're resistant and hesitant? You afraid? You got to make the choice. And I hope you make the wise one. Because I feel like a lot of the times we get so wrapped up in our head and we let fear beat us when we really should just have faith. Have faith in knowing that all is going to turn out so well and so great. Even if you quit that job, you are going to be okay. You are going to be provided for and have big, crazy faith that things are going to change because they are for the better. You are going to change your life. You're going to change your life. You know the outcome of what has already been the same old, same old. But what if you do something different? And what if it just turns out to be great? The greatest thing that you've ever done. So I hope you guys definitely like try something new, try something different. Maybe it's something like, maybe you have to take a course on something and now you have a new skill. And with that skill, you just take things to the next level. And now you could teach somebody else something, or even just taking a different approach, to the same routine, or I don't know, something different. I think that's what we all need is something different to switch it up, to really unlock those features, unlock the rest of us. Because I'm pretty sure that we're probably utilizing like a very basic level of what we fully are capable of. And I speak that for myself too. I don't even think I'm 50% there yet. I feel like I am not even halfway there to unlocking what I'm truly capable of right now. But you know what? We on the way. And I want you to join me. And we in this together. We definitely in this together. So I'm going to leave you guys with these action steps just as a recap. Um, just remember to take a moment to reflect and pray. Really identify that one area of your life where you've been holding on to control. Surrender that area to God and seek guidance on your next steps because trust me, He will let you know. I would advise for you to get into the room, whatever room you feel like, well, one, that God is leading you to, but two, that you feel like aligns with you, your morals, your values, whatever it is that you're looking to do next, right? Send that email, send that DM, shake some hands with people, you know, because you never know who is so instrumental on your journey and for you to be where you're meant to be. And lastly, I challenge you again to commit to something new. Embrace that discomfort that often comes with the change because we cannot live in our comfort zone forever. We cannot. To be able to do what we are called here, what we are made for, our purpose, our journey, you have to be uncomfortable. So embrace it because it is a sign of growth and you got this. You got this. I know it's scary. I know sometimes it's hard. I know sometimes it's not looking like peaches and cream and it's not roses and butterflies. And it's not going to be. It's not meant to be. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. But no, you're not alone. God is with you. You have a strong support system. You got me. Hey, I'm rooting for you from afar. And I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you each and every step of the way. So I hope that you take some time to journal. I think that's very important. And as you spend time with God, journal on these areas. What is he speaking to you? What's going on in your surroundings that you notice that, hey, this is something I know I need to do, but maybe I don't know how to start, or I don't know, I'm just having all these feelings about. Just get those feelings out on the paper. Let's start there. Talk with him. You know, he's our father. He will never let us down. And he loves you. Truly does. And he's here whenever you need. So I hope these tips and just the conversation has given you some type of insight and really gets you to thinking today. So I'm going to wrap up this episode. And yeah, we'll be back with another episode very shortly. I have another amazing guest coming on for our next episode. And yeah, it's going to be a good one. I think all the guests that have been on have been amazing, amazing souls, man. And I'm just so grateful to be connecting with the people that I'm connecting with, man. And I'm looking forward to more. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed your Thanksgiving holiday, having your bellies full, spending time with family, friends, loved ones. And yeah, I will continue to pray for y'all and be blessed. Until next time, y'all, let your divine glow shine, babies. See y'all later.